Toby, would you like to lead us to the Pledge of Allegiance? Where'd you go?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Welcome to the Shawnee County Board of County Commissioners. It's October 26th, 2020. On my left is Commissioner Aaron Mays, who represents District 3, and on my right is Commissioner Kevin Cook. He represents District 2. I'm Bill Rippon. I represent District 1. Madam Clerk, what do we have first?
First item is item 3, consent agenda.
I would move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item 4, new business. A, County Clerk number 1, consider all voucher payments.
Commissioners, we have 2 vouchers again this morning. The first is our regular or normal voucher report, which was $1,005,954.52. The highlights out of that voucher report: we had allocations of $275,608.25, which went to Let's Help and TARP. We had holding accounts with the state of Kansas, $154,253.63, and then health insurance claims from employees, $311,352.78. I have no questions regarding that voucher report. The second voucher report total was $9,466,039.29, of which there was $300,532.89 that went to community-based programs, those being Harvesters, Kansas Children's Discovery Center, Scent Incorporated, and Soil Conservation. There was $8,351,461.98 that went to the city of Rossville and the city of Topeka. Finally, under the schools, there was $814,044.42 that went to Most Pure Heart of Mary, Topeka Lutheran School, and USD 501. Again, the total for those vouchers for the CARES relief was $9,466,039.29. Since we've been doing these a number of times, I've asked Betty Greiner from Audit Finance, if she would give us just kind of an update on the CARES Act money.
Good morning, Betty Greiner, Director of Administrative Services. If you approve this voucher report, then that will mean we have paid out $14,586,426 of the Coronavirus Relief Fund that we received through the state from the U.S. Treasury. That breaks down, the cities have received $8,353,000, public schools, $944,000, and community programs, including private schools, $665,000. So by spending, or by paying out, reimbursing the $14,586,000, that is almost 40% of the total amount we've received. So we're really in the process now of getting this money out to the community and to the taxing entities in the county. And this is all on a reimbursement basis. So this is reimbursing their costs that they've all had. So, any other questions?
No, thank you, Betty.
Thank you very much.
So I would move for approval of the voucher reports, the normal or regular voucher, as well as the CARES Act relief voucher funds.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item B, Public Works number 1, consider authorization and execution of contract C433-2020 with Finney and Turnip Seed Transportation and Civil Engineering, LLC, to provide design services, including geotechnical report and construction engineering services for the replacement of the South Topeka Boulevard Bridge over the Wakarusa River for a total lump sum of $334,400, with funding from the 2017 to 2031 countywide half-cent sales tax funds.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kurt Niehaus, Director of Public Works. Back on July 27th, I came before you requesting approval to issue a request for proposal for the design work on this bridge. And the Professional Services Committee met on September 8th of this year and unanimously selected Finian Turnip Seed to do the design work, to arrange for the geotechnical work, and to perform construction engineering during construction in 2023 for a total of $334,400. That sounds like a lot of money. We typically don't spend that much on design, but this is not a typical bridge. It's nearly 300 feet long. These spans here, it's a 4-span bridge, so we have 3 more that are similar to this. It's quite a substantial structure, so that is why the costs are what they are. With that, I'll take your questions.
Do you know what type of bridge this is going to be? Is this going to be an all
It's going to
steel?
likely be a girder bridge, either pre-stressed or steel. This bridge here is a cast-in-place girder bridge, T-girder. The reason that we're replacing it is because the deck is in such bad shape. You can kind of see, let's see here. You can kind of see the cracking that's occurring in that deck. And you might say, well, what's the big deal? You can repair a deck anytime. Yes, we can. But in this case, this deck is part of the superstructure. It is part of the load carrying capacity of the bridge. So deck repairs of the nature required would be very substantial and expensive. So we want to get ahead of any kind of deck replacements, and that's why we're moving forward with the replacement of this bridge in 2023. That's probably more than what you wanted, Bill, but.
All right.
Commissioner Rippon.
Yes.
Kurt, I think it's important to note that the funding source from this is coming from the half-cent sales tax.
Correct?
That was passed in it took effect in 2017.
Correct.
And this was something that was on the ballot and laid out for the public, that we would be spending money for bridge repair.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly what it was intended for, is to replace these kind of bridges. To continue the program started in, I think, 2002 with the first sales tax program. So, hey, this is perfect. And Topeka Boulevard, obviously, old US 75 is an important connection for Topeka with surrounding communities. So this bridge replacement is truly needed.
During that period of the bridge replacement, what is our plan for the traffic that would use that roadway?
Yes, right now we're planning on closing Topeka Boulevard, but nevertheless, there are plenty of good detours available, so I don't think that will create a problem for communities to the south.
All right. Any other questions?
No, I'll move
I'll
to
move.
approve.
Oh,
Okay, sorry.
Go
I'll
ahead.
move to approve.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Mays, second by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor, say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Item B2, consider approval of request to solicit bids for various road and culvert maintenance materials and products to be used for road maintenance and culvert repairs for 2021 and snow and ice removal during the 2021-22 winter season, and authorization to waive bidding procedures and purchase the following estimated costs. A, emulsified asphalt for tack oil, sole source with Bettis Asphalt at $60,000. B, crushed stone direct purchases at a quarry price of $50,000. C, sign sheeting material, KTA contract, $25,000. D, sign blanks, phone bid of $20,000. E, sign post brackets, phone bid of $10,000. F, traffic line paint, sole source with Kansas Correctional Industries, $150,000. Funding will be from the 2021 Public Works Road and Bridge Maintenance Funds, the Special Bridge Fund, and the Monmouth and Grove Township roadway funds.
Kurt Niehaus, Director of Public Works. I realize that 2020 isn't over yet, but we need to start thinking about 2021 and the winter of 2021-22. And in order for us to do the things that we need to do on the roads and bridges in Shawnee County, we need certain materials. I am before you here requesting approval to solicit bids for
materials in calendar year 2021, and that's the glass spheres through the clean limestone. I'm also here asking to solicit materials for winter 21-22, and that covers salt, sand, and calcium chloride. And then I'm also here before you asking to waive bidding procedures and buy materials either outright or from certain sole sources. With that, I'll take your questions.
Any questions?
Kurt, why are some things sent for bid and others are not?
Well, some things like, for example, the emulsified asphalt for tack oil, which is the first item on the second page. Really, we only have one source in town, so it doesn't pay to, we wouldn't get any benefit from issuing RFQs. So that's why we're requesting a direct purchase from Bettis Asphalt. That just gives you an example of why.
Great, thank you.
I'll move for approval.
I'll second. Motion's been made by Commissioner Cook, seconded by Commissioner Rippon. All in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Item C, Parks and Recreation. Number 1, consider approval of request on the Kansas Department of Transportation application form and resolution number 2020-56 for the Transportation Alternatives Program grant for federal fiscal year 2022 through 2023 to supplement funding on the Deer Creek Trail Robinson Extension.
Good morning, Commissioners. John Boyd, Parks and Recreation. We are requesting your approval to apply for this grant for the extension portion through the Robinson Family Park to connect up the new Deer Creek Trail to 29th Street to complete the attachment to Lake Shawnee.
I think this will be a critical linchpin to the whole trail system to link the lake up with Deer Creek and
To the rest of the city. Absolutely.
Shunga Trail, Landon Trail, yes. So, yeah, this will be a good project. Any other questions?
No, I just want to say it's exciting that we're finally getting to this point.
Oh, it is. It is for me in particular.
Mr. Chairman, if we can discuss the funding source and where we're coming from this $249,000, almost $250,000 contribution.
Initially, we've identified the building maintenance fund as utilizing the funding source for that.
Okay. When we did the first Deer Creek extension, we had talked about having that come from bonded money, but we did not bond the money, and then we had talked about being able to reimburse, and I'm looking at Betty Griner maybe to advise us as to what we had elected to do on that first trail extension through Deer Creek.
On that, as you said, we had initially intended to bond that money. We have not issued those bonds yet. At any time in the future that we do bond those, we can get reimbursed for that. That money will come out of the building maintenance fund for now. It could be at some time, if we bond that, it could go back and be reimbursed that into the building maintenance fund.
Betty, if we come to the end of 2020 and we are above our projections on excess revenue, would we consider maybe looking at another allocation from that at some point in 21 for Parks and Rec for some of these building maintenance, deferred maintenance projects?
Well, we have a policy on our reserves and what those reserves could be spent on. And generally, it's more one-time expenditures or one-time transfers, something like that. So yes, that is something that the commission could entertain.
I know that when we passed the 21 budget, we had talked about drawing down from our max level to within our minimum level, so we're still above our minimum on the cash reserves. But is that something that we would maybe look at in March as we get past?
It's something we would want to wait till after year end and see where we really end up with, and also we'll want to see where we end up with all of the CRF funds, and that is such we just don't know what's going to happen the rest of this year, as you all know. And so I think it would be something we would wait till after year end, the dust is settled, and we really see where our reserves have ended up. Because we do know that we plan to take $2.5 million out of our reserves for next year's budget.
I just think it's always important that if we can look at addressing some of the deferred maintenance projects that we have through Parks and Recreation, and we've identified that there's between $12 and $20 million in deferred maintenance throughout our park system.
Well, that had been identified years ago, and I do think we've made some progress on that. But you know how maintenance is. As you finish one thing, then there's something else that comes on the list. So I don't know exactly what the total is right now, but I do think we've made some headway in addressing that. But I don't know what the current number is.
All right.
Thank you. Any other questions? I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Mays. All in favor, say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Next item.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Item D, Health Department number 1, consider approval of request to offer a candidate the position of Health Services Team Leader, Nurse Family Practitioner Partnership in the Shawnee County Health Department at an annual salary of $73,603, including benefits, with funding from the Early Childhood Block and Medicare match grants.
Good morning, Commissioners. Teresa Fisher with the Health Department. Before you today, I am requesting to fill the team leader position in the Nurse Family Partnership Program and to start this qualified candidate on step 3 of the specified wage scale. There's a couple of reasons for this request. One is finding a qualified nurse over the past couple of years has proven really difficult for our health department. This particular position requires that they have their bachelor's of science in nursing, which is an additional element that has proven even harder to find. This particular candidate has that, and she also has supervisory experience. So coupled with that, she's a very qualified applicant. One of the model elements for Nurse Family Partnership is that we do have a nurse supervisor at all times. And so by approving this request today, this would allow us to have a really minimal gap in that supervisory coverage required for that program. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Questions? I would move for approval.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Rippon, seconded by Commissioner Cook. All in favor, say aye. Those opposed, motion carries 3-0. Thank you, Teresa. Next item.
Item 5, Administrative Communications.
Okay, at this time, anybody would like to make any comments? Teresa, you're still here. Okay.
Still here, no need to retreat. Good morning again, Teresa Fisher with the Health Department. Today I want to announce a couple of flu clinics that we are offering. The first one is going to be tomorrow, which is Tuesday, October 27th. This particular clinic is specifically for children 18 years of age and younger who meet the criteria for our Vaccine for Children's program. Those criteria include they're Medicaid eligible, they're enrolled in the Children's Health Insurance Program, they're uninsured, or they're American Indian or Alaska Native. This flu clinic will run from 4 to 6:30 p.m. tomorrow at our J.P. Lewis building, which is at 2600 Southwest East Circle Drive. We do ask that if you do have one of those insurance, that you please bring your insurance card, and anyone 2 years of age and older is required to wear a mask to the event. Our other flu clinic for this week will be held on Thursday, October 29th. This will be a free walk-in flu clinic for anyone 6 months of age or older. It also will be from 4 to 6:30 p.m. We'll be at the J.P. Lewis building, 2600 Southwest East Circle Drive. And once again, anyone 2 years of age and older, we ask that you wear a mask. With that, we're getting flu vaccine out, and we encourage anybody who still needs it and meets those criteria to please come to one of the clinics. Thank you.
Teresa?
Yes.
Is this information available online somewhere so people can look it up?
Yes, it should be. The media releases went out last week, and they should be posted on our Facebook page also. The number to call if people have questions is 251-5700.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Teresa.
Good morning, Commissioners. Andrew Howell with Shawnee County Election Office. I just wanted to give you a quick update on some numbers. We will try to push out some stats later today on Twitter additionally. We have had over 16,000 mail ballots returned so far. I want to break down kind of the process by which we've got them back for you. Through the U.S. Postal Service, we've got 8,356. Inside the office, people dropping them off, 2,191. In our trailer just south of the office, and again, a big shout out to Nelson and Scott for helping us with that, as well as Mainline Printing and Kurt and Public Works. They've really helped us kind of help that move along nicely. We've had over 4,821 ballots dropped there over the last week, so pretty significant. That was very helpful with all of the folks at the county helping us get that done. And then we've had our trailer that's been out across the county and city at various locations. 915 ballots have been dropped there for a total of 16,283, which is pushing somewhere near 60%. But we'll get that stat out later today of returned ballots through the mail. Additionally, we're sitting at 9,100 foot traffic through the office of people who voted as well. So those are the numbers. I would encourage people, if you want to turn in your mail ballot, remember that Tuesday is the deadline to get that application to us. It takes time to get the mail out and back, so there's a lot of mail time involved. I would also encourage people, like I said, to consider dropping your ballots off at the office or at the drive-through that's just south of the office. Any other questions? I'd be happy to try to respond to those. And like I said, we'll try to get some stats out a little bit later today on that.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
what was our total amount of our mail-in and walk-in? Did you say?
I have not had a chance to do the stats yet, but it would be 9,100 plus 16,283.
So, 9,100.
A little over 25,000.
16, I think it's the 25,383 if I'm doing the math correctly.
Out of 116,000 total, so that's really good return so far in the first week of advance voting.
Yeah, I think that's impressive. And I think the fact that we're really trying to give people some options, 3 different ways you can get them back, plus the mail. I mean, there's a number of good options. I think that's been helpful.
Andrew, on your daily totals, I think last week you were telling us you were bringing in maybe 2,000 people a day almost, or maybe even a little more on certain days. Are you still seeing that level of traffic, or is it slowed down a little bit?
1938, so almost 2,000 on Monday, but then it was 1,800 for the 2 days after that, plus a little bit, almost 17,000 on Thursday, and then almost 1,800, sorry. But it's been 1,700 to 1,900 all week, so it's been very consistent, very high traffic. We're continuing to do deep cleaning and additional work, making sure that we are protecting people in the office. We've went ahead and done some extra work on that just to make sure with those kind of traffic numbers that people can feel safe in there. But yeah, very significant, really hasn't let up much.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning, Commissioners. Tim Laurent, Shawnee County Parks and Recreation. I just wanted to remind everybody that Lake Shawnee is closed for fishing until 6 a.m. Saturday, October 31st. We did have a successful trout stocking over the weekend, and if you want to look that up, you can find that on our Facebook page. It was kind of a neat event. Trout season starts on Sunday, November 1st, and you can buy your trout permit at the dock, at Walmart, or at Kansas Department of Wildlife. Just wanted to give you an update. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Anyone else? Commissioner Mays?
Nothing
You have
from
anything to
me.
report? Commissioner Cook?
Well, winter is coming rapidly, and so thank you for all of the work and the crews that are out making sure that we're prepared for the winter season, and thank you to Public Works and all that they do.
All right. Well, I attended the KUK State game or clinic, and it was a little bit cold, but nothing like today. So that's all I have to report. Please drive careful out there. It's slick in places. So we have no need for an executive session. We're adjourned.